How are you all today? My name is Mackenzie and I am so happy that you're here. So today I'm bringing to you a video all about self-love and how to learn how to love yourself. And I know it is sometimes so hard to love ourselves, but it is the most important thing that you can do if you want to create a more positive and amazing life. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So self-love for me has definitely been a journey. It hasn't always come easily for me, but I feel like I've come to this place now where I really truly love myself, and it is an amazing place. And basically now that I love myself, I will not settle for anything less than what I feel like I deserve. And I've also noticed a transformation for other people as well. When they finally begin to learn how to love themselves, their whole life changes, and it's a really amazing transformative process. So I want to kind of give you guys a few tips that I've learned along the way. So the first one is to acknowledge that you are in pain. So a lot of us, we try and distract ourselves and we try to run away from our problems and just kind of pretend that we don't have any and that we don't feel pain inside of us. And I think that's the first thing you have to do. You have to acknowledge that you actually are feeling pain and you don't love yourself and you're really struggling. And it's a really powerful transformative moment when you can just sit with yourself and be like, you know what? I'm really in pain right now and I'm really hurting and I need to change this. So my second tip is to heal your ghost children. So this is something that I picked up from my mom. My mom is definitely an enlightened individual, and basically she says that our ghost children are these little children inside of us that are feeling hurt, and we haven't actually acknowledged that they're there and that they are feeling hurt. So imagine when you were, 4 or 5 years old and something happened that made you feel embarrassed or sad or angry, and you live your whole life with this little child that has never gotten the acknowledgement that it was hurt, that it was in pain, that something bad happened. And a lot of us live our lives trying to run away from these ghost children of ours. And I know mine. I can give you guys an example. So it's actually kind of hard for me to talk about this, but I'm going to say it anyway because I really hope that it helps some of you. So one of my ghost children is not speaking up for myself. Now, I don't quite exactly remember the moment where I didn't speak up for myself, or maybe I got in trouble because I spoke up for myself or something. I don't remember this moment, and there's probably a reason why, but I know that it's there because I have a really hard time speaking up for myself and making sure that people are treating me well. And it's been something that I've struggled with my whole life, and I'm finally starting to learn how to do that. But I noticed that I used to just run away when I wasn't being treated well or treating fairly. I wasn't actually dealing with the pain inside me. And it just keeps recurring if you don't actually acknowledge that this little ghost child is there. So one of the things that you can do to help heal this little child of yours is to just say to it that it's going to be okay and comfort it and make it feel better. It's all about learning how to self-soothe. If you can learn how to self-soothe, if you can soothe these little things inside of you that are hurting, you will be able to get through anything that life throws at you. So it's really important to acknowledge these ghost children and just tell them that it's going to be okay, because it is. It really will be. Okay, so my third tip is to learn about your false beliefs. So what is the thing that you believe about yourself that is absolutely not true? So for some of us, it can be related to money. Maybe that's why we have money issues. We feel like we don't deserve money. Or maybe it's relationships. Maybe we feel like we don't deserve love. All of these false beliefs really stop us from really truly loving ourselves. Figure out what that is for you and just and reverse the conversation. So instead of believing these false beliefs, just say the opposite. Say the more positive version. Say that you do deserve love, or you do deserve money. All these things we really truly do deserve, and for some reason along the way we pick up these false beliefs, but they really aren't true. So make that switch and you'll start to see that transformation happen for you. Okay, so my fourth thing is to be open to every aspect of yourself and accepting the flaws that maybe you think you have. So I guess I can kind of give you guys an example of accepting your flaws. So I am of Italian descent, and Italians, well, this is what, I don't know, my mom tells me, but Italians have very large hips, and so I've always had very large hips ever since I hit puberty. And she would always call them my Italian birthing hips, and I really hated them. I was like, I don't want these big hips. Like, kind of felt like, oh my gosh, like I'm just tall and round, and I felt like I shouldn't have these large hips of mine, which sounds really silly, especially now that I really just love my body and I really accept it, and I'm so grateful for my body every day that like it allows me to wake up every morning and just live this amazing life. But for a really long time, I just couldn't get over the fact that, I'm sorry, I'm getting all these text messages, that I just have these large hips and I really love them. And so being able to just accept your flaws and just be like, you know what? I love my hands. Like, even if maybe before I thought that they looked a certain way, really, I just love my hands. Or you can say that you absolutely love your hair. Like, your hair is curly and it's beautiful, or it's straight and beautiful. Just really accepting the way that you are and the way that you're naturally born is such an amazing transformation, and the people are going to notice around you. Love the way that you look and love the person and the personality that you have, because it is an amazing, amazing gift. So the next thing is positive affirmations. Oh my goodness, positive affirmations are such a game changer. So I started using positive affirmations when I was about 20 years old, and I was going through a rough time, and I started to just really focus on saying short positive sayings to myself. So saying every day that I love myself, or that I am beautiful, or I am worthy, or that I deserve love. These different positive affirmations really transformed my life. So find something that you feel like you have a false belief about and start turning it into a positive affirmation, and just talk to yourself in the mirror every day. Sometimes it seems really silly, but it really, you looking back at yourself and looking at your body and realizing that you are your own best friend and being positive with yourself is just an amazing, amazing practice. So the next thing that I really want to talk about is to notice how you talk to yourself. So maybe you do, I'm sorry, I keep getting text messages. Notice how you talk to yourself. Are you saying negative things? Would the people around you, if they were saying these negative things to you, would you keep them around? No, probably not. So talk to yourself in a positive way. Talk to yourself as if you were your own best friend. Your best friend lifts you up and makes you feel happier and makes you feel like you can live the life of your dreams. So talk to yourself that way. So that leads me into the next thing, is to just take the time to heal yourself. Take the time to really just be with yourself, and to help your ghost children, and to help your false beliefs, to change them around and to just heal yourself. I feel like a lot of us, we don't take the time to really heal, and it's a really important aspect to learning how to love yourself. So do what makes you feel happiest. I'm sure you guys have heard that quote, do what makes your soul happy. Do what makes your soul happy, and you will see a transformation. So the next and the last thing that I want to say is to just practice daily. It's a journey, not a destination, and that is all that life is. And self-love for me was not overnight. It took many years, but I feel like I am getting there every single day, and I'm sure you guys will too. Just be loving with yourself, accept yourself as accept who you are, and I promise that you guys will start to feel just more love and more positivity in your life. So that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys could please subscribe below, and I love you all so much, and I will see you on my next video. Bye!